the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go.
ThaBoxingvoice.com, live here with Willie Monroe Jr. El Mongoose. What's going on, brother? You got the fight you wanted. You took it to social media. You got him to say yes. You're here, and you're on prime time.
Yeah.
This is the big stage.
Yes, it is.
And you know what? I just want to, point out the fact that you took to the podium. The first thing you said is you're happy to be here on the side that you wanted to be, to get those fights where you can mix it up. And obviously, you're looking in the future. You're expecting to win this because you could be on this side, but after this fight, what does it mean if you don't win? But you're looking to win.
Always.
Talk to us, man. How'd this come about?
They dressed it pretty much at my last fight when he commentated. He had a few choice words, I had a few choice words. We said a few things back and forth on social media, and then it just bubbled and it came about. It actually started back in March. I think Hugo Centeno, I think he got injured or something. I said, well, I'll step up and take it if he doesn't. And then me and him went, actually, Boxing Voice shared it, and he started going crazy. And now it's come to fruition, a little less than 9 months. So it's cool. So it's in there. It's in there.
What do you see in him that, why Jermall? Most people are running away from Jermall. I mean, we don't see Triple G taking that eliminator that he's supposed to with Jermall. Why are you looking for him?
I mean, to be the best, you got to fight the best. And the thing that I'm happy about this time is with this shot, it's a little bit more of an even playing field. You know what I mean? Because that's just how, PBC and Al Heyman move. It's a little bit more of an even playing field.
What do you mean by that exactly? Just the time? You said 9 weeks at the podium that you got for preparation, but what else is different between, because you were with Banner in the past?
Yeah, it's not just short notice. Even though he's had a fan base here, this is pretty much my backyard. You know what I mean? So it's not like when I had to go to London. We're both under the WBC clean boxing program thing, so it's more of a even playing field. It's less for me to have to worry about, and I can worry about just training. And I got 9 weeks, not 3 or 4 weeks. So.
Now, obviously, you've been in there with Gennady Golovkin. So does that give you man, I was in there with Golovkin. Jermall can't be anything different.
Somewhat, because we all know how much, how dangerous Golovkin is, but then at the same time, Golovkin and Charlo are two totally different people, and he does bring different dangers that Golovkin didn't bring. He's taller. He can also box from the outside, What if he decides to back up and box and make me have to be the aggressor? That could pose a problem for me. It could not, we pretty much knew what we were getting with Golovkin. He's gonna come forward, try to take you out, but Charlo has the ability to box. I've seen him box from the outside. I've seen him use boxing ability and athleticism, not just walking people down and taking them apart. So there's a totally different texture to this fight, but it's something that I'm definitely up for.
As a smaller fighter, they normally want to get on the inside, but that's kind of not the fight you want to get it with Charlo, him having so much power, and he has a good short uppercut that he caught Julian Williams. Would that still be the game plan, though? Because, you're not Julian Williams. Maybe you get on the inside and have success. Or do you just stay from the outside and box like you've always done? Because, you're more of a boxer.
I personally think it's going to boil down to who executes what they do better that night. You know what I'm saying? It's not about well, I got to do this, I got to do that to beat Jermall. It's not I got to do this and I got to do that to beat Willie Monroe. It's about who can execute on a drop of a dime and make those turns, those moves to steal and win the rounds. You know what I mean? I think that's what it's going to be. Who can do what they do best that night?
How recently have you watched this fight with Austin Trout?
We watched that fight about 3 weeks ago. I think it was about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I haven't.
Why that one specifically? That seems like a long time to get away at 54.
I think that's the only lefty he's fought, right?
Okay.
I think that's the only lefty he's fought. Oh, well, he fought the other kid that was southpaw, the middleweight kid, but, I mean, a lot of people are saying, oh, you fought a guy with a broken leg, but it wasn't Charlo's fault that the guy hurt his leg during the fight. It's, a freak accident. But, as far as a solid southpaw, that was that was his fight, and, I mean, we saw flaws, but we also saw strengths in that fight, too, so.
You staying at home in Rochester for camp?
Half of the camp, and then we'll probably be out in San Mateo.
Was that snack?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, snack.
Nothing changed in the camp, right?
Nah,
in terms of head trainers, everything staying the same?
Everything's the same.
No adding. Well, you got snacks, so I guess that's the strength and conditioning.
Well, they've been there since.
No. I was gonna say, are you adding strength and conditioning, but you got snacks, so that
this is my strength and conditioning coach right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is the one. This is the man.
So what do you go to the facility for then? If you got your own guy?
Well, it's just a higher level of knowledge of the body. Everybody knows how to get in shape or get strong, but it's different things of do you know when to rest. You know, Vic Conti does things like he'll test your blood, you know, regularly to say, okay, well, you need to pull back today. You know, my trainer could look at me and say, yo, you look a little spent today. We're not going to put you through that today. We're just going to let you rest. But Vic Conti can actually, he uses science. He uses the elevation training, the elevation mask, the supplements. It's a different type of training. It's out of the box type training. We do track drills. You know what I mean? We're training with Remy Korchemny, who's one of the top track coaches for the Olympics, past Olympics in the world. You know, this man is 80 years old. Think about how many Olympics he's seen. So it's just out of the box things that add that extra. That's why it's called SNAC stands for Scientific Nutrition and Advanced Conditioning.
So what about sparring for this camp?
Oh, we got some good sparring. Got some great sparring, and I think the key part that we've added to this camp is my dad is back.
Oh, really?
And my dad's back in my corner, and but he's worked the corner my last 2 fights, and that's his first time working my corner since I was like 15, 16 years old. And he's just back with his knowledge. You know, he was a top middleweight back in his day, and he's come back with the old school knowledge. So you'll see, like the last fight on Fox. I'm sorry, I'm a little confused because they're kicking us out. You saw me going to inside and fight more. You know what I'm saying? And that was something that we worked on in the gym, and something my dad helped me become a little bit more comfortable with fighting on the inside, because he was a knockout inside type of fighter. So that's one thing that we have added to the camp.
Last thing, was there any conversations from PBC higher ups like, hey, let's try to keep things calm? Because I seen like an excess of officers here. I never seen Barkley with this many NYPD for a press conference, and I also never seen both A sides. You know, yeah, let's keep it like that. Both A sides big each other up. Like, your opponent came out there basically speaking highly of you, saying how maybe your loss to Billy Joe is tainted because, like, we don't see that. Especially not from the Charlos, which is good. They're showing maturity, but, you know, I mean, was something said, or are you guys just on that level where you respect one another, you respect what you do?
I think it's simply a mature level, a maturity level, and you got to think about it like this. Energy feeds a certain type of energy. You feel what I'm saying? I could take a bottle of water and drop one drop of food coloring in it, and it'll turn that whole bottle of water that color. You feel what I'm saying? So if I would have came in here and started talking smack, then Charlo probably would have got wild. But for me to be, I've always been a cool, calm, collected, humble guy. So I'm pretty sure he understands that getting aggressive with a guy like me would kind of make him look bad, because it's like he's not even that type of. He even said it out here. They were like, yo, you guys were cool and calm, and he said, yo, it ain't about that. He humble, I'm humble. He gives an attitude that's given to him. You feel what I'm saying? And that's a smart thing. I think, honestly though, I think he's just him and his brother, I think they're humble guys. I mean, they're from Texas. They got that southern upbringing. I think they're both just humble guys. Because when I fought on the card and he commentated after the fight, I went over to him and shook his hand. I said, yo, we up next. He said, I would love that fight. I said, all right, we gonna get it. Then he came into my dressing room and was like, yo, hell of a fight, man. We up next. So it wasn't like, no, you know, man, I'm gonna do this. That mutual respect. And you need that mutual respect when you're fighting another guy that's top level.
But you also came with the intentions not to talk. Your shirt says something different.
Oh yeah, man, I let the hands talk. You know me, man.
Let me see that. One shot before we go.
Man.
All right, well, El Mongoose, man, thank you. Wish you the best. Can't wait, man.
Absolutely, man. God bless you, man. Boxing Voice always showing love, man.
All right.
TBV family, yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.